Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Naturally Paige for another Wifey Wednesdays. So here you are, you found the guy that you think you want to spend the rest of your life with. And then boom, he drops the bomb that he doesn't believe in marriage. Today I'm sharing my personal experience with this and how I handled it. So if you're interested in knowing what to do with the guy who doesn't believe in marriage, please make sure that you just stay tuned, continue watching. If you are new here, subscribe to my channel, turn on your notifications so that you're aware every single time that I post, and let's get right into today's video. So I'm pretty sure that quite a few of you have been there. You have found the guy of your dreams. He's amazing. You guys click, physical attraction, everything is there. And then he tells you he doesn't believe in marriage. So I was in a relationship just like this. I thought I had found Mr. Right. I had found the guy that I loved, wanted to spend my life with. And about, I would say it would be 3 or 4 months in, I found out that he didn't believe in marriage. Excuse me, what? What do you mean you don't believe in marriage? Hello, wife material. What he ended up saying to me and how I found out was so ridiculous too. It was like a by the way comment, and I was like, what did he just say? And it turned out that he had kind of been keeping it from me because he knew I wanted to get married and he loved me and didn't want to lose me, but he didn't believe in marriage. He had had some really traumatic experiences, or I guess witnessing traumatic marriages as well, and he was just like seeing people break up after pledging to love each other, seeing a nasty divorces, and just he did not want to get married. And I was just kind of like, I don't understand. And let me give the background. I was coming from a household where my parents had been married for 30 years at the time, so I couldn't comprehend why you didn't, how do you not believe in marriage? What do you mean you don't believe in marriage? That's crazy. What? But he was adamant. And so I was faced with a choice. Do I end this now because I want to get married? And let's not even get started on the fact that because of my faith, I would not be living with somebody unmarried. But he didn't. And the thing was, he believed in lifelong commitment. He believed in committing to somebody, but he just didn't believe in the institution of marriage. So what am I gonna do? Because me a Deacon Patrick Smith daughter. Where me I go about how me now married the man where me I go live with? And I stayed. I thought that if I was good enough, if I showed him enough love, if I was committed enough, if I was loyal enough, if I showed him what amazing wife material I was, if I cooked well enough, if I kept the his area clean, if I was supportive, it was all about if I could show him, then he will believe, then he will want to make me his wife, then it will all be okay. And that wasn't the case. And so there we were about 2 years down the line, and he was still like, I don't believe in marriage. And I'm like, dude, I've been doing, oh, and let's not even get started on the fact of if I sex him good enough, right? Like, you think that sex is gonna convince a guy to marry you. Anyways, moving on from that drama. But there we are, 2 years down the line, and he was still just like, nope. And I was faced with a choice of, do I stay in this? You know, like, I'm clearly no way in love with him, even more so than when I initially found out. And I was just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I ended up like coming to a compromise with him, I think, that if we had a child and lived together for a year, then he would consider getting married. I was willing to turn my back on everything I believed in everything I had been brought up in. I was willing to turn my back on my faith. I was willing to live with someone who I was not married to, have a child with that person, simply because I loved him and I thought I could convince him to marry me. Ladies, let me tell you something. If a guy does not believe in marriage, you cannot change his mind. I don't care what you do. I don't care how good you do it. I don't care how amazing you are. You can't make him want marriage. that is something that he has to desire on his own. That is something that I firmly believe that God has to work on your heart. And the truth is, do you even want to enter into marriage with someone who doesn't believe in marriage, with someone who doesn't believe in the sanctity and in what it represents, in the covenant, in the fact that it is lifelong, in the fact that it is meant to be for life? Of course, things happen, and there are legitimate reasons why persons will get divorced. But why would you want to enter into marriage with someone who from the very get-go does not believe in the fundamental truth about marriage, that it is for life? That's dangerous. You're setting yourself up to fail in marriage, because that person has an exit strategy before they are even in the marriage. You cannot convince him to get married. You cannot do enough to make him believe in it. If you are in this situation, walk away. Do not stay. I'm not talking about if a guy believes in marriage and he says he's not ready. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a man who has said to you, I do not believe in marriage. I do not want to get married ever. If you believe in it and if that's what you want, walk away, because you are setting yourself up for a lot of heartache. And I guarantee you that you are more likely to compromise and change your belief than he is. I know a lot of people think that whenever I talk about walking away from a relationship, they're like, oh, that's easy for you to say. You eventually got him back and y'all are happily married and whatever. That was not always the case. Right? Like, I've had relationships where I've had to walk away because it was not right, and because I knew our fundamental beliefs did not match up, because that's really what it comes down to, right? A marriage can only work if your fundamental beliefs are the same, if you guys are on the same page, same team. Come on, man. If he don't even believe in it before y'all started, your marriage rough. Marriage is hard. And when you are in it, you have to be fighting for it. So if he doesn't believe in it from even before, why would he fight for it? He's just going to say, this is exactly why I didn't want to get married. I know a lot of guys say that, oh, they don't want to get married because when they get married, things change and whatever. And that's partially because we as females, we like to put on a little front. And the same way how you're trying to make him think you're good enough and you're perfect wife material. And then, of course, when you live with the person, your bad habits and your bad flaws come out. Duh, we're human. So it's not that you change, it's just that you're actually showing everything about, And I don't mind if Marcus changes. You know why? Because growth is change. Growth is change. So if I want my husband to grow and become better, he has to change. We are constantly changing and evolving in our marriage, in our relationship. It's about staying connected. It's about staying in tune with each other. It's about communicating and growing alongside each other rather than growing apart. It doesn't happen overnight. So any argument that a guy wants to give to you to say, oh, I would be the lifelong commitment, but I just don't believe in the institution of marriage, and where do you see that was from God? Listen to me. Those arguments. Those lovely arguments about the fact that there was no marriage. Excuse me, what you mean? There's also the word of God that says that we must abide by the laws of our land. Ooh. What defines marriage? By law. Just check it out. We cannot continue to think that we can change other persons. The only person you can have control over is yourself. You can only control your behavior. You can only control your actions. You can only control your beliefs. You cannot and never will be able to change someone else's belief. It is up to them to decide to change it and for God to lay it on their heart to do so. Save yourself the heartache. Nip it in the bud from early. The second you find out that's not what he's about, say to him, well, I'm so sorry, then this is not gonna work, because that is ultimately where I want to end up. And if you don't see yourself with me, then us going any further beyond this point is pointless. Is it hard? Heck yeah. Real hard. Hard don't mean impossible though. Hard don't mean that you're not supposed to do it. Fundamental beliefs can't be different. That's your life. That's the basis of how you're going to live your life. My thing was that I wanted to have the same last name as the man I loved and my children. I mean, this was before I really got way serious about God and, understood the covenant and the importance of it. I was just like trying to appeal to him on a basic level that, I want to have your last name. Like, that's all. I just want your last name. And even on a practical level, so I didn't use any scriptural basis to try and argue it. I tried to argue it on a practical level. I was like, yo, I'll sign a prenup. I don't want any money. Like, oh my goodness. Setting yourself up to fail. Setting yourself up to fail. Get out. Get out. Don't compromise something that you truly believe in and something that you desire for your life. Because along the way, you will come to resent it. And it's going to cause an issue. It's going to cause fights. I really and truly hope that if you're watching this and you're in that situation, that you have the strength or pray to God for it to walk away. If you desire marriage, that is a legitimate desire. Please do not let anybody make you think that it's stupid or it's old-fashioned or it's backward. Please, if that is your desire of your heart and you have committed your life to the Lord, then walk away from any man who does not want to honor you by making you his wife. I hope that this encourages you. I'm not trying to judge anybody or their situation. I'm really and truly just using my personal experience and what I have seen in other circumstances to try and help you guys realize that some of the things that we are struggling with and that we're putting ourselves through, we really don't need to do it. And we can choose to walk away. We can choose to be single rather than in something that isn't what we want for our life. Thanks so much for watching Naturally Paige today, guys. I know this one is a tough topic, and my prayer is that the Lord would grant you the strength to pursue him first and foremost, and that as you pursue him, then all other things will line up and that you will be able to boldly walk in what he has called you to. Make sure that you guys subscribe and turn on your notifications so that you're aware the next time that I post Wifey Wednesdays. Take care, guys.